Hello everybody, I am back with another video, and today we're going to continue reading the Bible, and I'm going to start on Numbers chapter 8 is where we left off, and I feel much better with my wisdom teeth being pulled out, less sore, so I should be able to read a little better than the last video. So I took a couple more days off so I could heal a little more because that was a little hardcore. But I hope you're all doing good and follow along with your Bibles or just here and watch the video. We'll do a few chapters today, and I think we're going to be talking about, let's see here, it's going to be about Aaron lights the 7 lamps, Levites cleanse, begin to serve, the age restriction for Levitical service, provision for a late Passover, cloud and fire above the tabernacle. So we're still going to be seeing the lifestyle of the Israelites here. So Numbers chapter 8 says, Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and tell him, when you light up the lamps, the 7 lamps should shine on the area in front of the lampstand. So Aaron did this. He lit up its lamps for the area in front of the lampstand, just as Jehovah had commanded Moses. This is how the lampstand was made. It was hammered work of gold, from its stem to its blossoms. It was hammered work. The lampstand was made according to the vision that Jehovah had shown Moses. Jehovah spoke again to Moses, saying, Take the Levites from among the Israelites and cleanse them. This is how you should cleanse them. Sprinkle sin-cleansing water on them, and they must shave their whole body with a razor, wash their garments, and cleanse themselves. Then they will take a young bull and its grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil, and you will take another young bull for a sin offering. And you are to present the Levites before the tent of meeting and gather all the assembly of the Israelites. When you present the Levites before Jehovah, the Israelites are to lay their hands on the Levites. And Aaron must offer the Levites before Jehovah as a wave offering from the Israelites, and they will carry out the service of Jehovah. Then the Levites will lay their hands on the heads of the bulls. After that, offer the one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering to Jehovah to make atonement for the Levites. And you will have the Levites stand before Aaron and his sons and offer them as a wave offering to Jehovah. You must separate the Levites from among the Israelites, and the Levites will become mine. Afterward, the Levites will come in to serve as at the tent of meeting. This is how you should cleanse them and offer them as a wave offering. For they are given ones, given to me from among the Israelites, in place of all those who are firstborn of the Israelites. I will take them for myself. For every firstborn among the Israelites is mine, both man and animal. I sanctified them to myself on the day I struck down every firstborn in the land of Egypt. I will take the Levites in place of all the firstborn among the Israelites. I will give the Levites as given ones to Aaron and his sons from among the Israelites, to carry out the service in behalf of the Israelites at the tent of meeting, and to make atonement for the Israelites, so that no plague may occur among the Israelites, because the people of Israel come near the holy place. Moses and Aaron and all the assembly of the Israelites did this with the Levites, in accord with all that Jehovah had commanded Moses regarding the Levites. This is what the Israelites did with them. So the Levites purified themselves and washed their garments, after which Aaron offered them as a wave offering before Jehovah. Then Aaron made atonement for them to cleanse them. Thereafter, the Levites went in to carry out the service at the tent of meeting before Aaron and his sons. Just as Jehovah had commanded Moses respecting the Levites, so they did with them. Jehovah now spoke to Moses, saying, This applies to the Levites. From 25 years old and up, a man will join the company of those in the service of the tent of meeting. But after the age of 50 years, he will retire from the service company and not serve any longer. He may minister to his brothers who are taking care of the responsibilities at the tent of meeting, but he must not perform the service there. This is what you are to do regarding the Levites and their responsibilities. Chapter 9. Jehovah spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, The Israelites should prepare the Passover sacrifice at its appointed time. On the 14th day of this month at twilight, you should prepare it at its appointed time, according to all its statutes and all at its procedures. You should prepare it. So Moses told the Israelites to prepare the Passover sacrifice. Then they prepared the Passover sacrifice in the first month, on the 15th day of the month at twilight, in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that Jehovah had commanded Moses. So the Israelites did. Now there were men who had become unclean by touching a dead body, so that they were not able to prepare the Passover sacrifice on that day. So those men presented themselves before Moses and Aaron on that day, and said to him, We are unclean because of touching a dead body. Why should we be kept from presenting the offering to Jehovah at its appointed time among the Israelites? At this Moses said to them, Wait there, and let me hear what Jehovah may command regarding you. Then Jehovah said to Moses, Tell the Israelites, although any man among you or of your future generations should become unclean by touching a dead body, or should be off on a distant journey, he must still prepare the Passover sacrifice to Jehovah. They should prepare it in the second month on the 14th day at twilight. They should eat it together with unleavened bread and bitter greens. They must not let any of it remain until morning, and they should not break any bone in it. They should prepare it according to every statute regarding the Passover. But if a man was clean or was not off on a journey and neglected to prepare the Passover sacrifice, that person must then be cut off from his people, because he did not present the offering of Jehovah at its appointed time. That man will answer for his sin. And if a foreign resident is residing with you, he should also prepare the Passover sacrifice to Jehovah. He should do so according to the statute of the Passover and its set procedure. There should exist one statute for you, both for the foreign resident and for the native of the land. Now on the day the tabernacle was set up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, the tent of the testimony, but in the evening what appeared to be fire remained over the tabernacle until morning. That is what continued to take place. The cloud would cover it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. Excuse me. Whenever the cloud lifted from the tent, the Israelites would promptly depart, and in the place where the cloud would remain, there is where the Israelites would encamp. At the order of Jehovah, the Israelites would depart, and at the order of Jehovah they would encamp. As long as the cloud remained over the tabernacle, they would remain encamped. When the cloud would stay over the tabernacle for many days, the Israelites would obey Jehovah and not depart. Sometimes the cloud would remain for a few days over the tabernacle. At the order of Jehovah, they would remain encamped, and at the order of Jehovah, they would depart. Sometimes the cloud would remain only from evening until morning, and when the cloud lifted in the morning, they would depart. Whether it was day or night, when the cloud lifted, they would depart. Whether it was 2 days, a month, or longer, as long as the cloud stayed over the tabernacle, the Israelites remained encamped and would not depart. But when it lifted, they would depart. At the order of Jehovah they would encamp, and at the order of Jehovah they would depart. They kept their obligation to Jehovah at the order of Jehovah through Moses. Chapter 10. Jehovah then said to Moses, Make 2 trumpets for yourselves, make them of hammered silver, and use them to summon the assembly and to break up the camps. When both of them are blown, the whole assembly must be summoned to you at the entrance of the tent of meeting. If just one is blown, only the chieftains, the heads of the thousands of Israel, will be summoned to you. When you sound a fluctuating trumpet blast, the camps of those to the east should depart. When you sound a fluctuating trumpet blast a second time, the camps of those to the south should depart. They should sound in trumpet blasts in the way each time one of them departs. Now, when calling the congregation together, you should blow the trumpets, but not with fluctuating blasts. Aaron's sons, the priests, should blow the trumpets, and the use of them will serve as a lasting statute for you throughout your generations. If you should go to war in your land against an oppressor who is harassing you, you should sound a war call on the trumpets, and you will be remembered by Jehovah your God and be saved from your enemies. Also, on your joyous occasions, your festivals, and at the beginning of your months, you are to sound the trumpets over your burnt offerings and your communion sacrifices. They will serve as a reminder for you before your God. I am Jehovah your God. Now in the second year, in the second month, on the 20th day of the month, the cloud lifted from over the tabernacle of the testimony. So the Israelites began to pull away from the wilderness of Sinai in the order established for their departure, and the cloud settled in the wilderness of Paran. This was the first time they departed following the order of Jehovah through Moses. So the 3 tribe divisions of the camp of the sons of Judah departed first by their companies, and Nahshon, the son of Aminadab, was over its company. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Issachar was Nethanel, the son of Zuar. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Helon. When the tabernacle was taken down, the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari, who carried the tabernacle, departed. Then the 3 tribe divisions of the camp of Reuben departed by their companies, and Elizur, the son of Shedeur, was over its company. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Simeon was Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Gad was Eliasaph, the sons of Duel. Then the Kohathites, who carried the sanctuary items, departed. The tabernacle was to be set up by the time they arrived. Then the 3 tribe divisions of the camp of the sons of Ephraim departed by their companies, and Elishama, the son of Ammihud, was over its company. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Benjamin was Abidan, the son of Gideoni. Then the 3 tribe divisions of the camp of the sons of Dan departed by their companies, forming the rear guard for all the camps, and Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai, was over its company. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Okran. Over the company of the tribe of the sons of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. This was the order of departure that the Israelites and their companies followed when they would depart. Then Moses said to Hobab, the son of Reuel, the Midianite, the father-in-law of Moses, "We are setting out for the place about which Jehovah said, 'I will give it to you.' Do come with us, and we will treat you well, because Jehovah has promised good things for Israel." But he said to him, "I will not go. I will return to my own country and to my relatives." At this he said, "Please, do not leave us, for you know where we should camp in the wilderness, and you can serve as our guide. And if you do come with us, whatever goodness Jehovah shows to us, we will surely show to you." So they began marching from the mountain of Jehovah for a journey of 3 days, and the ark of Jehovah covenant traveled before them for the 3-day journey to search out a resting place for them. And Jehovah's cloud was over them by day, and when they set out from the encampment. Whenever the ark was moved, Moses would say, "Rise up, O Jehovah, and let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee from before you." And when it would rest, he would say, "Do return, O Jehovah, to the countless thousands of Israel." Chapter 11. Now the people began to complain bitterly before Jehovah. When Jehovah heard it, his anger flared, and a fire from Jehovah began to blaze against them and to consume some of on the outskirts of the camp. When the people began to cry out to Moses, he made supplication to Jehovah, and the fire died out. So that place was given the name Taberah, because a fire from Jehovah had blazed against them. The mixed crowd, who were in the midst that expressed selfish longing, and the Israelites too began to weep again and say, "Who will give us meat to eat? How fondly we remember the fish that we used to eat without cost in Egypt. Also the cucumbers, the watermelons, the leeks, the onions, and the garlic. But now we are withering away. We see nothing at all except this manna." Incidentally, the manna was like coriander seed, and it looked like lydium gum. The people would spread out and pick it up and grind it in hand mills or pound it in a mortar. Then they would boil it in a cooking pots or make it into round loaves, and it tasted like an oiled sweet cake. When the dew descended on the camp by night, the manna would also descend on it. Moses heard the people weeping, family after family, each man at the entrance of his tent. And Jehovah became very angry, and Moses was also very displeased. Then Moses said to Jehovah, "Why have you afflicted your servant? Why have I not found favor in your eyes, so that you put the burden of all this people on me? Did I conceive all this people? Did I give birth to them so that you should tell me, 'Carry them in your bosom,' just as an attendant carries the nursing child to the land that you swore to give to their forefathers? From where will I get meat to give to all these people? For they keep weeping before me, saying, 'Give us meat to eat.' I am not able to bear all this people by myself. It is too much for me. If this is how you are going to treat me, please kill me right now. If I have found favor in your eyes, do not make me see any more calamity." Jehovah replied to Moses, "Gather for me 70 men from the elders of Israel, men whom you recognize as elders and officials of the people, and take them to the tent of meeting and have them stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take away some of the spirit that is on you and place it on them, and they will help you in your bearing the burden of the people, so that you may not have to bear it alone. You should say to the people, 'Sanctify yourselves for tomorrow, for you will certainly eat meat, because you have wept in Jehovah's hearing and have said, "Who will give us meat to eat? It was better for us in Egypt." Jehovah will certainly give you meat, and you will eat. You will eat, not 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but a whole month of days, until it comes out of your nostrils, and it has become loathsome to you. For you rejected Jehovah who is in your midst, and you were weeping before him, saying, "Why is it that we have come out of Egypt?" Then Moses said, "The people I am among number 600,000 men on foot, and yet you yourself have said, 'Meat I will give them, and they will eat enough for a whole month of days.' If whole flocks and herds were slaughtered, would it be enough for them? Or if all the fish of the sea were caught, would it be enough for them?" Jehovah then said to Moses, "Is the hand of Jehovah too short? Now you will see whether what I say will happen to you or not." So Moses went out and spoke the words of Jehovah to his people. And he gathered 70 men from the elders of the people and had them stand around the tent. Then Jehovah came down in a cloud and spoke to him and took away some of the spirit that was on him and put it on each of the 70 elders. And as soon as the spirit settled down on them, they began to behave as prophets, but they did not do it again. There were 2 of men still in the camp. Their names were Eldad and Medad, and the Spirit began to settle down on them, as they were among those whose names had been written down, but they had not gone out to the tent. So they began to behave as prophets in the camp. And a young man ran and reported to Moses, "Eldad and Medad are behaving as prophets in the camp." Then Joshua the son of Nun, the minister of Moses from his youth, responded and said, "My lord Moses, restrain them." But Moses said to him, "Are you jealous for me? No, I wish that all of Jehovah's people were prophets, and that Jehovah would put his spirit on them." Later, Moses returned to the camp along with the elders of Israel. Then a wind from Jehovah sprang up and began driving quail from the sea and causing them to fall around the camp, about a day's journey on this side and a day's journey on the other side, all around the camp, and they were about 2 cubits deep on the ground. So all that day and all night and all next day, the people stayed up and gathered the quail. No one gathered less than 10 homers, and they kept spreading them all around the camp for themselves. But while the meat was still between their teeth, before it could be chewed, Jehovah's anger blazed against the people, and Jehovah began striking the people with a very great slaughter. So they gave that place the name Kibrotha Hatava, because they were buried the people who showed selfish craving. From Kibroth Hatava, the people departed for Hazeroth, and they remained at Hazeroth. I'm going to end it there. The little drama that was going on, between the Israelites. It's like there was always something to complain or always something wrong. It's from when you remember from when they left Egypt, they complained about water. Then they complained about food. Then they complained when they got the manna that. Then they complained that they didn't have meat. And then they were complaining again that they were getting tired of manna. Now they want more meat. And it's just like, then they're like, hey, where's Moses? And then they built the calf, I'm trying to find the word, the idol thing that they all did, and some people died for that. It's just absolutely insane what, drama and the humans were. And it's kind of like that, nowadays. It's like, look at us. We kind of are like the Israelites, where we keep failing, and but it's a very interesting to see how these people, even with miracles right in front of their faces, how they would act, and you can see Moses' pain. He's like, oh, this is killing me. He even asked God to kill him. He's like, this is too much, man. Kill me. This is ridiculous. And so that was very interesting how God, he's like, all right, get 70 men so then they can help you out, with the burden. So very interesting story there. But we'll continue it on chapter 12 next time. I hope you're all doing good. What else do I have to say? God bless you and your families. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. The same drill. Please leave a comment though. I know a lot of people have been liking my shorts and stuff, and leave a comment. And I like to speak, to people around the world, So we're supposed to do with one another, and then we can speak about the Bible or what have you. That's how we grow with one another. So, anyways, take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.